soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble queen. Granny squares and textured waves, she's turning yarn into handmade frames. With every stitch, she sets the tone, a crafty vibe all of her own. She's stitching joy in every row, with colors bright and yarny glow. From loop to loop, she's living the dream, crafting magic, soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble queen. Join the scene, hang with the kindest wobble queen. Break crochet, break crafting smiles the handmade way. She's stitching joy in every row, with colors bright and yarny glow. From loop to loop, she's living the dream, crafting magic, soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble queen. Follow, join the scene, hang with the kindest wobble queen. Break crochet, crafting smiles the handmade way. A yarny legend crochet queen, hooks in hand with flair so keen. Break crochet, the wobble queen. She's stitching joy in every row, with colors bright and yarny glow. From loop to loop, she's living the dream, crafting magic, soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble queen. She's turning yarn into handmade frames. With every stitch, she sets the tone, a crafty vibe all of her own. She's stitching joy in every row, with colors bright and yarny glow. From loop to loop, she's living the dream, crafting magic, soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble queen. Join the scene, hang with the kindest wobble queen. Break crochet, break crafting smiles the handmade way. She's stitching joy in every row, with colors bright and yarny glow. From loop to loop, she's living the dream, crafting magic, soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble queen. Follow, join the scene, hang with the kindest wobble queen. Break crochet, crafting smiles the handmade way. A yarny legend crochet queen,
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Crafty got first. Thank you for the check-in, Crafty. Thank you for the check-in, Kay. Oh, Crafty has watched a 3-stream streak. Yay, yay. How is everyone doing this morning? I just got off the phone with the P-Pop, and we went over, what I have to make. And today it's easy. It's just a pear and a strawberry. But me and the dog can't get comfy. So I don't know how this is gonna work. Sleepy. Well, how late did you stay up? Because Papa, I don't think Papa slept very good last night. I don't know. Maybe he did. I don't know. I can't tell in the morning. Sometimes he says he slept good, then sometimes he says he slept bad. And just so you know, Papa, yes, I did get your thing, and my mic just flipped over, and I don't know what I just did to it. Um, so I slept, I guess, okay. For what I consider a Saturday night, I guess I slept okay. Um, yes, I yawn. But I don't think I really slept really well because just I just have a lot of factors, anxiety, hernia, acid reflux. Yeah, I mean the list could go on. So I've now learned that we ate, I forget what time we ate yesterday, but I think we ate later than we normally eat. Maybe we didn't. I have no idea. But yeah, it was almost past the point of no return of eating. I've just got to get it down. So, I am making a pear and a strawberry from the Hungry Caterpillar. Then we're going to move on and finish the bunny hat, and then we're also going to finish a tulip hat. The tulip hat, I don't know if I have a written pattern for that or it was a YouTube. If it was YouTube, we will not be finishing that because I can't watch a video and I just won't do that because anyway, anyway, we are going to finish, we're going to start a pair, and sad thing of it is I don't remember what it says, a 2.75 and a 3.25 hook. I think I did a 2.5 hook for all the fruit, but this pair, I'm gonna make it a little bigger with the 3.5. It'll be a little bit bigger. The other strawberry will be a little bit bigger. Hey, Panther. I don't think that in the long run, it's gonna overstuff the caterpillar because, the caterpillar had quite a bit of room. So I am using, it's from the hold on. Castle of Cozy. She is yes, Castle of Cozy. I bought her pattern off of Etsy, um, last 2 years ago. 2 years ago, 1, 2, 3. And, we made this for P-Pop. Still have some of the yarn left. I actually have the pear yarn left, which I love this yarn, mild green. I will say that was probably Panther's on a 3-stream streak. I will say that was probably the most loved part of this pattern. Literally, she gave me the name of the yarn that she used. She told me what color to get. I mean, so technically, even if you didn't want to use her yarn, you could. I mean, if you didn't have a Hobby Lobby in your area, you probably could have ordered it from Hobby Lobby. But it was one of the things that I did really, really like about the pattern, other than she did have videos. But what was sad was somebody had stole her pattern and was selling it as their own on Etsy. And so the only way she could get them to take it down, because she asked Etsy one to, was the only way she could stop it, because Etsy didn't take it down. And I don't think they did, was she disabled the videos. So then you had to go back and she was very efficient about it. I said, "Hey, I'm making this for my granddaughter, my daughter's baby shower. It's in the next week, and I don't have some of the videos I'm going to need." And she looked back, saw that I had purchased it, and voila, it was back on within like not even an hour. So she was on top of it. Now, I'm sure if it would have been in the middle of the night, it would have had to been the next day, but, um, that's where I just, like, buyer beware, but also on the same token, the buyer is not gonna know. You can't 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't know. I mean, unless you really, really look at it, you don't know if you're buying who made the pattern or not. I mean, you don't. You just don't. And, um, but I guess that's where it is, like, buyer beware, because, I mean, all those people that spent a few dollars less or how much ever less um, they got locked out because she knew who was selling it. She knew, so that person couldn't go back and get the videos turned back on. So, they were SOL, and hopefully everybody knows what SOL means, but, um, anyway. So today I don't know. I might, know my luck, I might just do the Panther. I see Panther's names right there. Um, uh, the pear and the strawberry, and we may call it a day depending on how I feel, um, after last night. But, yeah, um, so I don't know. We're gonna try to work on some works on progress and get things done. I think I need a counter like some of the streamers have, or just for my own personal use, like a little counter that I keep that I have finished projects. So, and, I was telling Papa yesterday when we were eating lunch, I said, the sad thing about it and this would not be the sad thing for some people, but maybe it would be. I don't know. Um, when I go to get the hernia surgery and they fix it, I cannot drink carbonated beverages for 4 to 8 weeks. I might end up off the Diet Coke. You never know. You never know. It would probably make Papa happy. He's been trying for years to get me off the Coke, the Diet Coke. Let me put the diet in front of the Coke. I know. One of the ladies that KK works with is going February 3rd for her saltwater test. It's where they take these small tubes, put them up your nose, down your throat, and then they pump salt water into your stomach. That is the only thing that kept me 2 years ago from doing this surgery, is I was like, "Can't do it. Can't do it. I just can't." You have to be awake for it. Um, so she's going for that on, I think, February 3rd, and I'm like, she said, "I'll tell you how it is." She says, "I'm taking a Valium." And I was like, they told me I couldn't take anything. They told me I couldn't be sedated, nothing, because you have to be sitting upright. Me, if I even took a half of Valium, I'd be like this, drool coming out my mouth. I was off of Diet Coke for 5 months and went on a field trip with a bunch of 5th graders and jumped right back on that train. I'm gonna tell you what, kids will take you out nowadays. They'll take you out. They'll push you to the soda, the drugs of choice. Okay. Um, they call da, 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 y'all, my brain is not even thinking today. I'm following the pattern because I'm like, yeah, don't want to F this up. I don't think Peepop's gonna really be mad if her pear looks a little bit different than the other pear, only because pears are organic. No two pears are gonna look alike. No two pears are gonna look alike. They call You know what? I actually am gonna tell y'all, what I have stuck in my, head, and, it's it it's the streak thing, but it's not the streak thing. You know, like, back in the day, comedians, uh, they did records too. Like, like, I remember Ray Clout. I wanna say Ray Clowers. Hold on, let me make sure I'm saying his name right. I could be wrong. Hold on, might be s it's Jerry Clower, not Ray Clower. It's Jerry Clower. And, when I'm at work sometimes, I don't know why in the world I do it, but I go, "The squirrel went berserk at the and little took down past do the" I don't know. That's just what and that song is stuck in my head this morning. Don't ask me because I really don't know why I'm that way, but yeah, right now, no ABBA. It's Ray Clowers and the Squirrel Went Berserk. So, and I don't know why, but I mean, at least we know that out there somewhere in Brayville, I do jump all over the place. Thank you for the check-in, Linda. But yeah, I'm on a Jerry Clower um rampage in my head, just going crazy. And people were like, "What do you mean?" And I mean, I remember, like, I don't know. It was a big thing because I think I had, and I don't remember, but I think I have a CD of a comedian from 2000s, I would say, but I couldn't tell you where it was at. And I know who it was of. It was of Dane Cook. And I liked him. He was just hilarious. He was the one that, you know, made me realize you should just be nice to everybody because you just don't know what goes on in everybody's heads. So you just don't know. So that was round 4. Let's see. 1, 2. And if me and Papa were more uh social, which we really aren't. I mean, and I'm not being mean because I'm not opposed to this, but what I'm getting ready to say, people will be like, "Oh my god, really?" But realize I am not opposed to the way it is. Like when I come home, I am working on the pear, yes. And I'm getting ready. I've already got the stem. So when I get down far enough, I'm going to sort it through here and then I'm going to tie it so we don't lose the pear. Um, oh, Linda's on a 7 streak streak. 7 stream streak. I can't even talk this morning. Um, so anyway, when I come home, usually any day out of the week, I don't go back out. And when I come home on Friday, normally, unless Papa and I have to go somewhere, we do not get out for the weekend, which really isn't good for Papa because he probably should get out since he works from home. I know later today if he's going to get out because he's got to run his car around the neighborhood because he's got to keep the battery and everything going. So s- that will be his whatever. But normally we don't go anywhere. And sometimes I think he gets a grumpy when I do go out. Like yesterday, um, KK called and she was like, "Hey, I've got to get this stuff done. This is where I'm going." She just does that kind of stuff. And it was kind of like she was telling me where she was going. Oh, thank you for the biddies, Linda. Thank you for the biddies. Thank you. Um, she was telling me where she's going, but it was kind of like, you want to go? And I ended up going with her, and then we were out for like, I would say a good 2 hours getting everything she needed to get done. And she was like, "Oh, I'll do that later." I was like, "No, let's go do it now because the only other day you're gonna have to do it is tomorrow. And then I don't want you running around all day tomorrow having to get this done. And we could have done it today." So, no. Thank you, Linda, you are so sweet. Well, you all are so sweet anyway for just putting up with me on a long-term basis because you guys keep showing up. So, thank you. Thank you so much. But there's a comedian that's from God, where is he from? He's from Tennessee, but I gotta think where he's from. Mount Juliet. He's from Mount Juliet, Tennessee. And it's over there near Nashville. Um, I don't know if it's before Nashville or after Nashville. Don't know. Doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. But he's coming to the Vols Stadium, which we could drive to, and doing a comment, not the Vols. He's coming to Thompson Bowling Arena. I don't know. He's coming somewhere in Knoxville. We could drive over and watch it because I find him very hilarious. But since Papa and I aren't social, I just don't see us getting out with a bunch of people, even though I think it'd be hilarious to get out and do something. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So anyway, he's coming to Knoxville, and I actually didn't know about it until last night. I was watching television, and a commercial came on and said he was going to be here. I mean, to him, you know, that's nothing, I guess, because if he's before, if Mount Juliet is before, it doesn't matter if he is a little bit before Nashville or after Nashville. I mean, it's a like a 3-hour drive. So, and heck, he probably like gets on like a little helicopter and flies over. I don't know. I don't know. Do they do that? I would think I would probably just drive if I was that close. So, we've got one more row. After I get to the end of this, we have one more row of single crochets around. And, the pear's probably gonna we'll probably get the pear and the strawberry done at least. Hi, Fairy Dust, how are you doing? Welcome in. Good morning to you. We are working on a pear that is missing from the Hungry Caterpillar. We're gonna blame it on Gigi because I really don't think Peepop lost it. I really do think Gigi has it somewhere in her house, and she couldn't find it yesterday because she went out with KK shopping and getting the stuff that KK needed to get done. Well, you know what? They probably do. They probably do. And I mean, if they're just driving in the state, so it is okay to be a lazy fairy. It is okay. I'm not a big peach girl. I will eat canned peaches though, and those little peaches that come in the thing. But like, Papa loves peaches. Papa loves peaches. I don't know if he would eat a fresh peach if I brought one home. He might cut it up and eat it. I have no idea. One, two, three. And probably comedians are like musicians and they probably like go in like some kind of systematic order so they can be on a bus. And I don't know what's wrong with me this morning, but my lips feel really, really dry. I don't know where my chapstick is. With that, I might have a meltdown. You never know. Oh, there it is. Hi, super positive. Thank you for the check-in. Yeah, don't be like the cool kids. Yep. Now, see, super positive is trying to find me to another song in my head. So, anyway, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me this morning. It's like um, Papa Senda said I sounded stuffy this morning. Hey, Stellar, how are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Sorry I missed you there. You flew up underneath my pattern real fast on my on my screen. I've got a pattern for the pear up on my screen. So, and I'm trying to be really tight with this. That's true. It is 31 degrees outside right now. And I was up pretty early this morning. Did I do anything super productive? No, but I was up early. She does, doesn't she? I'm just glad she hangs out with me. I'm not always the best right now, but it's 22. Yeah, I'll take 31. Somebody at work said, or maybe it was My son-in-law, he was talking about, he was looking at something and they said they projected, I don't know where he looked and or whatever, because I don't get into that, but projected snow at the end, Fahrenheit, we're Fahrenheit. Uh, Snow at the end of the month. And I'm okay. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean, I'm not gonna cry if we don't get snow. I'm not. I won't. I refuse. I refuse to cry if we get snow. Don't get snow. But I think some people look at it as a way to get out of work, and that's fine. And then there are the people like me who go, "This is me." It's not that I want to ever make anyone be like, "Oh, I'm gonna be the person that's gonna be there." No, because I don't like driving in the bad weather, and I won't. Allegedly, it's 30 degrees Fahrenheit, but I'm gonna say it feels like 20. Um, Down here, yes, because our infrastructure is not set up to handle the snow. Like, the further west you go, they're set up for it. Our infrastructure and where we live is not. They will, I'm gonna say salt, even though it's not salt. They brine salt the roads, the main roads, but if you live back in a neighborhood or like where we live, you don't get your roads salted. So, so I'm doing a decrease, so 2 single crochets and a decrease. So, like, I would say, like, cities like Nashville and further west, like Memphis, Nashville, those places, bigger cities, and I'm gonna say bigger cities because that way you'll know where I'm talking about. I think they're set up for the snow. We are not. Yes, it's not economical for our city to do it. We don't get enough snow for them to do it. We don't, yeah. Well, I thought it was funny, they brined the roads the other day, and then it rained. And, I mean, I don't know how the brine works when it rains. I don't. So, you know, but anyway. Wayne. Oh, I was the girl at work, her oldest goes to kindergarten, and they were on a 2-hour delay. And I'm like, I was like, "I'm a little confused." And she was like, "Well, it was really cold for the kids to be out standing in the bus." Okay, that part I understood. I understood because I think, she lives in a pretty rural area. So, you know, but I remember when our kids would get a 2-hour delay, like, they would get a 2-hour delay because they were coming back off Christmas break, and the school hadn't been heated for 2 weeks. They closed the schools here. Yeah, I've had jobs that would still be up and running more than 12 I've had job yes. Well, when I worked at Sam's and Walmart, over 75% of the shift had to call out for you to get paid for not coming to work. So everybody was like, "Call out, call out, call out." And I'm like, "Dude, they know where I live. I mean, I can't just call out." I mean, depending on where, I lived. I'm like, "Dude, they know where I live. I can't just call out. They know I can get out and get to the road. You can't." I'm not calling out just so that I'm sure there will be 75% of the shift that will call out. It it always happens. Do not worry. And always the later it got, like during the day, um, you always got more call outs. So it didn't matter. And then there were just people that just didn't want to get up and go to work. And I mean, hey, you do you, boo. You do you. I don't have anything to do with that. Would I take a day off of work? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. But yeah, like when we went to school and it snowed, when I lived up north, we walked to school in the snow. We walked to school in the snow. There was no, but I lived like 4 blocks, 5 blocks maybe from the school. So, yeah. No, not uphill both ways. Actually, it was pretty darn flat. Pretty darn flat. I lived in the Midwest. We didn't have hills. Flat, flat. Okay, round 9. Y'all, I don't even, we're gonna make it through the pair. I'm gonna make it through the pair. Increase. Now I could see I don't know really how the area you live in, but I could see y'all having hills. Now we have hills here. I find it very hard. Now where we used to live, Papa and I used to walk the neighborhood, and we would go like do 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 do. It was hills. And you got to work out when you walk the neighborhood. Um, but like our cross country kids could probably beat any kid that does cross country flat places because they're so used to going through the woods and stuff here. I never called in if I wasn't sick. They had good rewards for perfect attendance. Sometimes they took us to a movie. Once they gave us a cruise in the office. Where I live is flat with some hilly areas, but not super hilly. Now here we have some hilly areas, but it's not super hilly too. Snow would keep the employees away. The customers will still come in. Yeah. There was a time it snowed 18 inches and I was the only one that showed up for the front end. Nobody showed up to relieve me for 22 hours. Took an active oh my God. Yes. I would have, no, you're giving me my breaks. I showed up. When I would show up to work, 2-cent increase. When I would show up to work, and because I knew how to do other things, they always were like, "Hey, we're doing cross training today. Do you want to learn how to mix paint? Hey, we're doing cross training today. Do you want to learn how to catch fish?" You know, dumb but me was like, "Oh, you learn that." No, no, you don't learn that because that's when somebody wants to come in and paint their house is when it's snowing. Why not? Why not? Because they've got nothing better to do. Because they're not going to work. They're not going to work because they're taking the day off to do things around the house that they need to get done. But they don't want to do it on their days off because they'd rather, have fun on their days off. And I always felt like it never got me anywhere. I mean, it wasn't like that I got anything particularly special because, hey, I showed up to work. Okay, let's see. So we did that. So row 10 is 1, 2, 3. Um, but like now, me, if I call out and I don't have like my laptop at home, I literally get behind in work. So, like, some people who would be like, "Oh, it's a snow day. Let's" the company we work for now, if the building shuts down, you get up to 2 paid days a year for weather. So, let's say it snowed on Wednesday night and Thursday and Friday we couldn't make it into work and the center closed down. The center people get paid for 2 days. The work from home people don't get that whatever because we can work from home and our job's not affected. So, uh, since we're still working in the office, people's like, "Well, just don't come to work. If it snows tomorrow, just don't come to work." And I'm like, "Y'all don't understand. I get behind. Am I going to risk my car and my life to come to work if it's bad? No, I'm not. I'm not. But if I can safely make it, then yes, I will go to work." So that's just me. Same, I knew how to mix paint, do hunting and fishing license. Oh, yeah, I had to do that too. Cut keys. I didn't ever get to work in the fabric or the jewelry counter. I could exchange propane. I learned how to do the service desk my last 2 weeks, 3 weeks there. I was being punished because I took a forced LOA. Um, they forced me to take an LOA, and because I would not come then when my LOA was over with, because I forced them to take me back, they called me the day before Thanksgiving and said, "Okay, we've got you on the schedule tomorrow." And I said, "No, you don't, because 'cause I'm not doing it. I've already made plans. I've given you 2 weeks to put me on the schedule so that I would know that I was coming into work. You chose to wait until the last minute. I'm not coming in." So the lady that was my supervisor said, "Well, since you don't wanna come in, I'm gonna put you on the service desk when you come back." It's like, "Okay, you're not hurting my feelings." Hated it, though. I hated it. The business offices or cash offices where I always used to work. The majority of my career at Sam's and Walmart was in either I would say Sam's was the business office or the cash office, the back room or the cash office. And, at Walmart, I was the cash office. Do, do, do. Two single crochets, one increase. This pair is gonna look good when I get it done. It's It's gonna look like such a cute little pair. It just is. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they call it. Yep, there it goes. The squirrel. The day the squirrel went berserk. So single crochet 4 times, increase. And I don't know why I'm singing that. 3, 4. 1, 2. Let's just do this. B. Okay, no. Hair's not got that many more rows to go. 3, 4. And I do like that she did this, and, I mean, I don't think I could be a designer. When we lived in Washington State, just about everything but the hospital would close down if it snowed more than a few inches. Very little snow prep in some areas, and the power would often be out for hours. I think that's the thing that bothers me is, like, the house we used to live in had a fireplace, but we had a little firebug, so we never used the fireplace because she was petrified the house was gonna catch on fire. And then we moved here, and we don't, and we've never lost power for too long here, but I'm a blanket queen, so we got blankets everywhere, all kinds of blankets. And, Biscuit will be tickled pink to curl up in a blanket. Yesterday, he was very mad at me because he didn't get his nap. He did not get his nap, and because I went shopping with KK, so he did not get a nap, and he was not very happy about it. We had a coal and wood burning stove until you were in your teens. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Crafty. Go get some rest. Go get some rest. Go get some rest. And then 2 single crochets. This is actually making me wanna do this caterpillar thing over again. Why I would say such a crazy butt thing, I have no idea. Because that makes no sense at all why I would want to make and actually, the caterpillar was very fun. The caterpillar was very fun. I gotta fix Peepop's cheese, the little slice of cheese, some of the holy pieces are coming out, so I might tell her mom to bring me the cheese tomorrow. I could probably fix that while we're out. Out and about. I could just make her another cheese. Might do that. Might make her another cheese. She does like the cheese. Nope. It's not gonna work like that. Okay. We're gonna pull it right down through this. I don't know. I guess we have another burglar, a squirrel, something. Biscuit. One day these people are gonna get tired of you barking like a maniac. Yes, they are. They're gonna be like, "What is wrong with him? Someone give that dog a sedative." That's what they're gonna say. Sometimes I think he needs a sedative. I'm macrame in here. Not really. I wouldn't know how to macrame if my life depended on it. I would learn awful fast if my life depended on it, but that is not coming out of there for nothing. Nothing. I don't trust her. I mean, it is a pea pop. She could go all ballistic. Yeah, it's not coming out. My foot's going to sleep. Not a good thing. I think that was round 11. Yes, it was. So 12 through 16. Do, 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 do. We'll be actually, you know what? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, when we lived in Ohio when I was a little girl, my mom had one of those wood burning stoves that had like the lion's claws. And she just loved that thing. Oh, lordy day. That would probably freak me out. That would freak me out. But Stellar, at least you're like, we're not gonna freeze to death. We're not gonna freeze to death. But 14 hours would probably freak me out. Would it not freak you out if there was no power for 14 hours? You want up here? Why are you looking at me like that? You want to get up here and see people? Okay. He said no, not right yet. He's not ready. He's still got to get ready. That would probably, yeah. Especially if Papa was gone. But see, like our fireplace, it was a propane fireplace. And we just never got it filled. I know. He's just on. I really think he's still just mad at me for not having to get to take his nap. So he is a very finicky little dog. He When I'm home on the weekends, he would rather we do things his way, not my way, because I'm home, I'm off work, and that's it. That's the way he looks at it. So, you know what? Oh, no, I was looking at something and I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe. So, anyway, what is everyone planning to do today? Me, um, I am going to do a little bit of laundry, even though I'm off tomorrow, but I will be spending the majority of my time with the Peepop. Um, what I don't get finished on stream, I have to get finished off stream. Um, so she has things to take home. And trying to think. I do wanna get a couple things done, but it's not like if I got them done tomorrow night after everything the day, I would be fine. So, basically, I have things that, um, could be done today, and if I get them done today, then I don't have to worry about doing them tomorrow, which is you should never put off what you can do today until tomorrow, and that's what I should live by with this, um, and I'm going to try, but, we'll see how the rest of the day goes. We'll see how the rest of the day goes. 3. Then we went to IHOP the next morning for hot breakfast, and so gotta love the Waffle House. Oh, no, you went IHOP, okay. I was gonna say, you gotta love the Waffle House because, I mean, they they're always open. If they're closing down, you know that it's a natural disaster and you need not be out. So, I like IHOP, though. I love IHOP. I think I just love the pancakes. I just love the pancakes. I am a pancake girly. Like, I make a tester pancake because my first pancake that I make, like, when we make pancakes, is always called the tester pancake because it never turns out the way I want it. But after that, I'm fine, fine. And if you ask me, I would rather make pancakes on a griddle because I think 300 degrees is the perfect temperature to brown your pancake on both sides. If I have to make them in a pan, that's why I have to have the tester pancake. But if I have a griddle, which I don't have a griddle anymore, um, if I had a griddle, um, 300 degrees is the perfect temperature to cook a pancake on. You like the electric I do, yes. Because when you're making pancakes, the temperature is the most important part. Don't That's where my mind goes. This would be a good pickle color. This would be a good color for a pickle. Where that came from, I have no idea, but, you know, because 'cause we're talking about pancakes, and all of a sudden, I had to go, "Oh, this would be a good color for a pickle." This is how Bray's brain works, people. This is how Bray's brain works. Ah, a Grinch color too. That's true. It would be a good Grinch color. I'm stabbing my thing today. So, my kids have been asking for different colored pancakes and waffles. That's fun, though. That is fun. I will say this. I'm going to say this, but then I'm going to say something else. I miss my kids being little, but I love them being grown adults. But I do. I miss them being little, but I love that my kids are grown adults and that we can do grown adult things. See, I think when you do things like that with your kids, like, that and you do the things that yes, an ad break is starting soon. Um, I think when you do things like that, like, just communicating with your kids and having fun and whatever, I think that that's just it's where it needs to be for parenting, and that's don't come at me if you're a like, I will put it like this, I'm not a gentle parent. I never was a gentle parent. I'm never going to be a gentle parent. It doesn't work for me. It's not how I was raised. Morning, Gloria. So please do not think that I'm a bad parent because I'm not a gentle parent, but I have 3 children that yes, you do you. If that's what you wanna do as gentle parent, that's fine. Papa is a gentle parent. We're a good mix. Like, I'd be like, "Just pop their butt." Papa's like, "No, this is not a pop the butt situation. This is what we need to do." So we were perfect when it came to parenting our kids. Not recently, but we made green dino waffles when my nephews were here last summer. Ah, cool. So I say, yes, you do you. What works for you. But I will be a firm believer in if you communicate with your kids now and you have that line of communication, you will always have that line of communication. Your children will never fear coming to you. They like me or my husband, they would come to us for different things. Their girls are going to come to me for certain things. They're going to go to him for certain things. He did not get off the hook because they were girls. He did not get off the hook, and he can tell you he didn't get off the hook. There were things that they'd be like, "Mom would be so mad, so we're coming to you." So see, I mean, my kids knew, and I pretty much think that picking halls is probably she has a crazy work ethic. She has a crazy work ethic, and, I mean, I'm really happy for that. All my kids have a really good work ethic. Um They'd rather be working. Um, they're not like their mother at all. Me, I'm to the point in my life where I'm done working, but I like yarn money, so it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Papa would give me yarn money. He would give me yarn money, but I don't like that. I don't think I need yarn money for at least a I would say a year if I used all the yarn that I have behind me, to be honest. To be honest, I don't think I would need yarn money. Lord day, I feel like something's in my eyes. Yarn fuzz in my eyes. Okay, so we have 2 more rows to go, and then we're gonna decrease our pair, and then we will round it out. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. How is everyone doing? So 1, 2, 3. So Hmm. I don't even know. The boys came downstairs really upset. They had apparently been discussing running away for an hour and they felt terribly guilty about it. Oh, that's crazy. At least they come and tell you. My mom, when I was little, I was like, I would say 5 or 6. I told her that I wanted to run away. She helped me pack my suitcase, and as she let me go out the door, she says, now, don't cross the street after dark." I walked, just a few houses away, realized it was getting dark, and I wouldn't be able to cross the street, so I came back home. So, that's how my mom did it. Maybe that's my mother wasn't a gentle parent. My mother was not a gentle parent, but that could be considered gentle parenting because she didn't argue, fuss, or fight with me. We reassured them that they aren't the first or last kids to have those ideas, and even their parents. True, true. I actually do like this color yarn. When I pulled up the pattern and I was looking on the wall because I was like, "I've got to find this green." I mean, and then I was like, "Really? It's called mild green? That's the name of the green?" So, I really actually do like this green. This 'See, I would make biscuit toys, but yarn being the way it is, he would tear it apart. He would tear it apart. And I don't need him getting yarn stuck in his little stomach. 3. 1, 2, 3. So let's do we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows of decreases and the pair will be finished. Penelope yesterday was climbing up onto the couch and of course to get something she wanted off the couch. But my son-in-law, my daughter sent us the video. He had sent the video to her. And you could just see like halfway through all the climbing up on the couch and everything that she used her chair to climb up on her chair to climb up on the couch. She would stop halfway through and it was just like it looked like she was contemplating, is it really worth what I'm trying to get on that couch? Is it really worth it or do I just need to sit down right now? But she ended up on the couch and got what she wanted, but just think it's cute because you can just see the little wheels turning like, "Eh, I really wanna do this." And I really wish my nose would quit running. I think I was fine until no, I would say I was fine until Papa said I was stuffy sounding, but I think I'm fine until I get in here and the lights, I think it warms up and then my nasal passages warm up and then my nose starts running. And then it's just one thing right after the other. Think my nose is gonna fall off. It's not. So just one of those crazy things. But I think my nose always runs when I'm streaming. Maybe I am allergic to one of the yarns. Don't say that, Panther. What a yarnholic. How are you doing? I don't want to be allergic to yarn. Not any yarn. That's kind of scary. That's like a horror story. This is my best friend, but I'm allergic to it. Okay. So 2 single crochets and a decrease. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Ugh, Lordy day. Doing good, just trying to finish another pair of mittens. They're good for me, and I hope to finish them with enough winter left over to wear them. Oh, I am so glad you just said that, what a yarnholic, because I was looking in my Discord today. Let me see. And let me find it. Okay. This, okay, unlock. Okay. This is the sweater that Linda's been working on. I love it, but I love blue. I mean, blues and greens are probably my favorite colors in the whole wide world. They just really are. But this is the sweater that Linda's been working on. I don't know if she said it was a commission or not, but it's beautiful. Beautiful. And then this is a hat and a scarf and some mittens that Fairy Dust made. It was a commission? Oh, okay. Um, but yeah, so this is, the hat and scarf and mittens that Fairy Dust made. I love it. I love it. I love both of your works. I love it, love it. And I love the blues. I love the blues, Linda. They're wonderful. They're beautiful and, you know, but here I am working greens with pears. So, um, so single crochet 4 and then a decrease. Um um Linda, you always do wonderful work. And um, I think it's cool. Like me, I would rather sell a blanket than like work on a sweater or anything. But I think you find something that you really, really, really like, and that's what works for you. And people, ooh, let's see. Ooh, hold on. Dyed scarf and ear warmer. Ooh, I like. I like. Um, what color do they want them? Wait, hold on a second. I shouldn't have done that. One. Okay, there we go. That's a decrease right there. And my brain is going to pull this back down so that, Discord. There we go. And let me do this. Where are you at? You haven't decided. Um, I would love to be able to have, like, to be honest, Linda, and I know it's more of you just have to get over it in your mind. Um, but I love making blankets. I love making blankets. I love selling blankets. It's just whatever. I'm trying to get into hats because, to be honest, little kids' hats, and I mean, I do have a model. She is perfect for everything. So, you know, and she doesn't mind. She doesn't mind sporting a hat around, advertising it, that kind of thing. So, you know, 2, 3, and and I love looking at all your pictures anyway because they're very inspiring. They're very inspiring. The colors, the designs, but I always like the colors. I like to see how y'all put everything together with your colorways. I might go rainbow or maybe just ombre dip dye. Okay. 2, when it gets there, you're gonna know what you wanna do. That's the best thing about it. When you get there, you're gonna know. Now I'm gonna make my son-in-law a blanket for next. I'm not gonna say which one. I'm making him my son-in-law a blanket for next Christmas. It's not gonna be big, but it's gonna have to be. He's pretty tall, so I'm gonna have to. And see, I'm really lucky because all three son-in-laws or son-in-law to be, they're all tall. So no one will know which one I'm talking about. So 1, 2, 3. You and Penny have fun and try to stay warm. Biscuit doesn't stay out for very long when it's cold like this. He's like, he gets out there, he does what he's got to do. And occasionally, if he gets a wild hair, he'll go get a stick. And he thinks he's going to bring the stick inside. Because, the stick's cold and the stick needs to come inside. No, it doesn't. And you tell him, no, he can't bring the stick inside and he'll put it down. But, and they say dogs don't understand. They do too. They do too. At least the little biscuit understands. And when I tell him he can't take his toy outside, he understands that too. So you tell me. Dogs understand. They they probably really rule the roost, and like Biscuit, I think that I'm the one in charge, but he's really the one in charge. So, 3. And then I think I Scooby-Dooed this up somewhere. Somewhere I only did 2 single crochets, but we're gonna count. No, hold on, let me count that again. No, I didn't. We will have to do an extra decrease on the next round. I'm not gonna pull it out. I'm not gonna figure out where it's at because it's a pair, and it will work itself out. But I'll just have to do an extra decrease on the next row. So I don't know what I did. Somewhere along the line, I got an extra stitch, and everything was ending out right, so I didn't count. Guess that'll teach me. Guess that will teach me. Unless previous row I didn't pull back far enough. Okay, there it is. So there's where we start. I think maybe that might have been it. It's okay. 2 single crochets. No. Oh, God, have mercy on your soul. Okay, no, that's right it, because we have a single crochet and a decrease. I'm gonna talk myself out of this. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Single crochet, single crochet, decrease. Oh, crappy doodles, don't do it that way. I've been trying to do the invisible decrease to get it look so that it's I mean, it's gonna be like that, but I'm trying to get the invisible decrease on there. So, it's a tighter stitch. And that's not the way to do it. There are several ways to do an invisible decrease, so I think there are 3 different ways. No, there's 3 different ways to do a decrease. Invisible decrease can be done 2 different ways, and I've seen it done both ways by people, so I don't know. I just want my pair to be tight only because the P-Pop's getting it, and I would do this if I was making this for any child. I would, make sure that it was very well put together and done. So, we're gonna see if I made it. And I think I did. Okay. Let me count. Yes, I made it. Don't really know how I did it, but I did it. I got it to 18. So we are on track. Got to get some stuffing. Oh, look. And I have some stuffing right here from Fred the dinosaur that we didn't use all of it. Because Fred the dinosaur had a lot of stuffing. We're probably going to have to put some of this back. Yeah, we're going to have to put some of it back. So Fred is going to actually be able to stuff not only a pear, but probably a strawberry. So, and so we've done that. We're going to single crochet and decrease 6 times. I was in Crafty stream last night watching him while I was finishing up another project. I was like, I've got to have somebody keeping me on track. I've got to have that. What do you want of that that double thing, that doubling thing, where I feel like somebody else is doing something, so I could be doing something. And with the crochet, it's just easier when I watch somebody else stream because unless I'm watching Harry Potter, which I didn't even look to see if he was on this weekend, which I'm pretty positive he probably is. He's always on somewhere. Some ABC, somebody's got him. So and thank you everyone for sticking through this with me, making another pair for the Peepop. I want to stuff it just a little bit more. Might pull out a little bit more. Watched a good series yesterday on Hulu called Death and Other Details. See, that sounds like something I would watch. That sounds like something I would watch. I might marathon some movies today, but I haven't decided what. Put that right there. If I marathon movies, it's going to have to be, well, I'd have to do it downstairs because of the things I want to do today are all downstairs. Knowing my luck, Biscuit would just lay on the couch and be like, yeah, not getting up for that lady. Not getting up for that lady. Now, if Papa's cleaning, y'all, this is crazy. If Papa's cleaning, Biscuit is right up his butt, doing the dishes, doing whatever. It's like Biscuit's like, ooh, I gotta be helping him. Me, not all the time. He'll just lay there and whatever. You got that is cool. That is a cool deal. It's a cool deal. Well, true. If I'm home, he does leave Papa alone, but other than that, he's asleep. He's like, other than the barkity bark 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 he wanted to do earlier, he he is he's like he's done for the day. He is done for the day. He's not having it. Now, I will say that I love the way I mean, the way I stuffed it, stuffed perfect. It's closed perfect. I am happy with this one. I feel like I'm really getting better with my amigurumi. I'm so happy about this. So happy. And if you know, you know. I mean, amigurumi sometimes the stuffing part is the hard part, I think. You don't want to overstuff it, you don't want to understuff it. I mean, it is a nice looking pear. It's a nice looking little pear. And see, this is on there. It's not going to come off. I whip that little bad boy in. So we're going to move to the strawberry. I think the strawberry's next. I can't believe, no, it's not. It's let's do the green first. We're going to do the green first because, oh, yeah, we're not doing that. Okay, in a magic ring, chain 4, 2, 3, 4. Starting in the second chain from the hook, single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet. Okay. Single crochet, half double. And if anybody wants to know why I'm not doing the stem last, because this is actually for a child and she is 1.5. And I do not want to give her the option to yank it out and put it in her mouth. I'm not saying she would. I'm not saying she wouldn't. We all know kids. First place it goes is in their mouth. And thank you, Stellar. Thank you. I think it's a very nice looking pair too. We're gonna kind of put him here. We'll put the mouse right. Oop. We'll put the mouse right there. I don't know what I did. I knocked my ground control down. Do over here. Ground control up. I don't know what I did. And we're going to move it over here, widen it, move this over here, and then we're going to do this. So I'm not saying that Peepop would rip this out and put it in her mouth. I'm not saying she wouldn't. I am just, as my sister would say, I'm not the what if parent, but I am the what if Gigi. I am the what if Gigi. I never what ifed. "Oh, what if my kids did this? What if my kids did this?" I never did that. My sister, she's the what if parent. I'm like, "If they do it, when we'll worry about that when we get there." I don't know why I wasn't the what if parent. I just I don't know why. Slip stitch into the magic ring and then do it again 5 times. So, yeah, I don't know why I'm not that way. You would I would think I would be that way, but then I'm like, I'm one of those I guess I'm one of those parents, I'm like, they're not gonna do that. I didn't do that. They're not gonna do that." Yeah, it's probably I don't think we really had any picking halls was probably our major hurt herself child. She would, she sh I don't even know how in the world she did it, but she actually stubbed her foot. We had one of those, couches that had recliners on each end, so it would pop out so you could sit, and I don't know how in the world she did it, but her foot went underneath the couch and somehow got cut. Nobody woke me up to tell me they were going to the hospital. Papa just took her to the hospital, and I don't even know if they had to get stitches or what, but, I mean, obviously, it was a pretty bad bleed that Papa took her to the hospital or to the urgent care or wherever he took her. I don't know, but or maybe I don't know. You didn't go to the hospital, okay. Yepers, my brother-in-law recently found a googly eye in his son's diaper. He said his New Year's resolution was to do more through our job of sweeping the floors to avoid any future diaper surprises. Yes, maybe that's what it was. My sister, her daughter here, did she break her toe? Was it a broken toe? I don't know. I I couldn't tell you. But that niece and Picking Halls both went to school to be pharmacists, and that's what they are now. So, but yeah, Picking Halls was our child that could trip over air. Yeah, if it was gonna happen, it was gonna happen to her. Now, KK was our $1,000,000 baby. She was our $1,000,000 baby. I don't think she wanted to be the $1,000,000 baby, but she was the $1,000,000 baby. She's had a lot of adversity in her life, but I think people would be like, "Oh, it makes you a better person." She's like, "I think I could have been a better person without all this crap happening to me." But she doesn't let things get her down, as I think because of all the things she's been through. She's a good kid. And I could have skipped streaming today and went and helped her paint her room, which me helping her paint would, have been I sat and watched her paint because that's how I do. Your eldest is your 100K baby. You gotta have one, I guess. You gotta have one. My sister, it would be her oldest. Her oldest was is her 100K baby. Hold on. Forgot to slip stitch. Slip stitch. If Peepop is watching, I'm gonna tell you this much. She's got to know how much I love her. Anyway, even though I think she was wanting to take a nap when I was talking to her earlier, she was like, "I just don't got time for you, Gigi. I need to take a nap." I think I'm gonna tell her tomorrow, "I'd make another one of these for you, and this one would be better than the first one I made you." I probably should just go ahead and make 2 more because if the other girls ever have babies, then I won't have to do this. It'll already be done. Okay. So there is the stem to our strawberry. Green goes away, red comes out. And we're going to do this. I know what I did it for, but because I wanted this. Okay. This goes here. Okay. I rolled it to the cake. I rolled it to the cake. I don't. There's the orange. Here's the strawberry. Okay. So with red, we're going to do a magic ring. We're going to put 6 single crochets in the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh. Okay. 6 weeks early, 2 weeks in the NICU with every specialist under the sun on deck, whilst the nurses chased me around with a wheelchair for 5 days. You know what? That's $1 million baby. 6 weeks early. See, my sister, her granddaughter, the niece that just had the baby, I think she was doing January. I don't know. She was 3 weeks early. But I will say this. Um, I just think that nowadays, I think it's a very, very people are very lucky. I was a month early and, so look at me. Um, Maybe you just had major adult surgery and you're like, "No, I've got to see my baby." They've got to understand a mother's love and the need to be there. I mean, I'm amazed when we were there and my daughter was in NICU with P-Pop. I mean, it was hard. I mean, I think when they finally moved her into a room where they could stay, like, comfortably overnight, it was a lot easier. So, but it was just hard for them. And every time I see that, I don't know, it's I don't know, it's just a little video and it says, "I don't have a birth date, I have an eviction date because I was a C-section baby." I just think of P-Pop and giggle because I could see that coming out of her mouth. And then when we were in the NICU, you know, they're different babies for different whatever, um, different levels. And it's, you just like the nurse, there was a baby that was across the way, and the mother had used up all of her maternity leave and had to go back to work. And she didn't have a choice. She wasn't gonna have a job if she didn't go back to work. And she still, had bills to pay, so both parents did, so they had to go back to work. But it just, it's sad because I wouldn't wanna do it, and I didn't have to do it. So, I will say, for me, you know, I'm very happy with what I've got. My brain's not working. Why is it not working? They didn't like, when I had my kids, there was no such thing as parental leave. Um, Literally my job, so that I could collect a paycheck, laid me off so that I could collect a partial paycheck through unemployment. In the dead of summer, in July, which was unheard of, laid me off so that I could collect a partial paycheck. They did not have parental leave when my oldest was born. There was no such thing. And at 6 weeks, I was back to work, and that's just how it worked. Now, let's see. My second one, I don't think I had parental leave for that one either. I think I got laid off. Um, I think I did that back. Um, all 3 of them. It was accepted. The thing of it is yes, it was messed up. We can look back at it and say, yes, it was messed up. But that's how it was back then. So I didn't know any different. No one knew any different. So it was okay. Um, I'm just happy now that, like, people have, like, the ability to have short-term disability and be off for 13 weeks, you know? In our state, you get 13 weeks. So, but am I, like, mad and whatever about how I did it? No. Um, but I also had a small village. I literally had a small village. So, I had a very good support system, so it worked well for me. I went back to work after 8 weeks, but I only had PTO for 3 weeks. Daycare wouldn't take my son until he was 8 weeks. See, my daughter ended up having to stay home for a year. They still won't take P-POP, but they won't take P-POP because they consider her, because she has the G-tube, she is considered special needs, so the daycares won't take her. Now see, that's where I feel it's messed up, because my daughter did spend a whole year out of work to be home with her. Did she get paid? Yes, and love and kisses and all that kinda good stuff. But, they lived off one income for a whole year. And, but see, I think that's messed up that daycares can't at least offer something for special needs kids. They're like, "Nope, sorry. You gotta work it out." In today's society, back in my day, okay, it happened. Today's society, they should be able to figure it out because parents do need to work. And I mean, we've made it a two-income society. Well, we didn't. Well, yeah, we did. And I'm probably gonna pee. I'm I wouldn't mind being an at-home mom. I would not have minded being an at-home mom. I really wouldn't have minded it at all. But that's not how society is. I've seen a lot of people nowadays, they're going back to the one income. They're like, "You're not going to tell me that both of us have to work." And more power to you. More power to you. My daughter did it for a year and yeah. Well, it is because if her G tube was to be ripped out by like another kid or something, they probably have to have somebody that knows how to put it back in and that kind of thing. Um, and that's fine. My daughter and her husband, they just switched off. Um, she actually got a job offer that would more than compensate what he made. So he's staying home for a year. But I'm just saying there are people out there that work very, very hard. And, could could Papa and I have done it back in the day? Yes, we could have. I could have been a stay-at-home mom. It could have worked. But because of the way we were both brought up, we even though you could see it on black and white paper, we could have done it. It was just hard for us to believe that it could be done. So, I just went back to work. But like I said, I was very lucky I had a small village. I had a very small village, and my mom and my grandparents and they all helped out, and that's really what's great. And you know that and I was gonna say, I know that you stay at home, but it does. Like, okay, you gotta think about it like this. Military wives, a lot of them don't have jobs because if their husbands are deployed, you have to have a parent that stays home. Because what if the kids do get sick? What if they need to be out of work? What if they have to go to doctor's appointment? You have to have that. You have to be able to have that. Um, would I love to live closer to my P-pop? Yes, because then Papa and I, we would work it out, and P-pop would be here with us probably while they went to work. I wouldn't stop them from doing what they wanted to do if they both wanted to work. But I think that we mentally have to think about it. Like, I don't, I think it's great that there are stay-at-home moms. I really do. Because to me, that's the one if Papa would probably be a better stay-at-home parent than I would. Yeah, Biscuit knows. Papa would probably be a better stay-at-home parent than I would because I have to have the social interaction. I have to be able to talk to people. I have to be able to do things like that. Okay, that's fine. Um, do I think that what round am I on? Hold on. I just did so I got round 5 to do. Um, he just would be a better at-home parent than me. Um, and I think you just have to figure that out. Um, but cost-wise, I would be the better at-home parent. Um, he, of course, makes more money than me. So, it would be wiser for him to be the the parent that trudges off to work. So, I just think that if people wanna go back to that see, and this all started in the '70s when the divorce rates got higher, both parents started working, and so mom didn't stay at home all the time like she did. And this is probably whatever, but this is factual. This is whatever. In my mind, this is factual. So then when moms got remarried, then they didn't want to give up their jobs because they liked being out there. They liked having their own money. They liked not having to whatever. But did you know that until the 1980s, I don't even think I'm going to look this up. I'm going to make sure I'm saying this right. Um, I don't even think um until 1974, women were not allowed to have their own bank accounts. They had to have a male, whether it be their father or their husband, on their bank account. So they couldn't get a credit card, they couldn't get a car loan, they couldn't get a mortgage without a husband or a male relative to be a cosigner. So I'm happy for women's rights. I'm happy that whatever, but it's only 2026, 74. How does Papa? 3 years younger. So we're talking 52 years ago. We're talking 52 years ago. That's not a long time. So, uh, when I worked, I always been the one to take time off because I made less than my husband. And that's the way I look at it. That's the way I would look at me and Papa. I make less. If somebody has to be, it should be me. It is difficult. It is difficult. And the thing of it is that I'm not saying it's bad. It's not bad. It's just the way society was. Papa laughs at me because I'm like, that damn Rosie the Riveter. I could be home making breakfast, making lunch, doing laundry. There are some of you out there that don't want to be that way. I know. And I'm not laughing at you. I'm really not. More power to you, but I would rather be at home. Rather be at home. I really would. Yes, I do too. I believe most everyone should be able to choose how they want to live their lives, whether they want to be independent or stay home. Yes, you should be allowed to do that. And I don't think that society should dictate, well, she must not, you know, she must not whatever because she's always working from home. Thank you for the subscription, Fancy Woolen from YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the sub. So I just think that it should be more whatever. It should be more flexible. And don't get me wrong, I'm 50, I'll be I'm 55, I'll be 56 this year. Would I love to be a stay-at-home dog mom? Yes. Yes, I would. I would love to be a stay-at-home dog mom. My dad's birthday is today and my mom's birthday is in a month. They both turned 58 this year. Oh, Stellar, so you're like my daughter's age. You're you you are like I'm gonna say like maybe 30? You turned 40. Oh, okay. Well, okay. They both turned 58. So I mean, my daughter, I had her, my youngest daughter I had at 18. I turned 19 right after I had her. And she is 2026. She'll be 37 this year. So, girl, you have got it together. You have got it together. My oldest one was unplanned too, so there's nothing wrong with being unplanned. That just means you're special. I told my youngest one she was the only one that we were prepared for. The other 2 were surprises. And she goes, "So does that mean that I was wanted and they weren't?" My daughter's a nut. She's a nut. Okay, hold on. That's how I'm 30 now, and I personally have not been wanting kids since I was, like, 12, and, that's fine. That's fine. Like, my middle daughter, she's 30. Okay, we'll wait till you get back out of ads. Single crochet increase. Single crochet increase. One, 2, 3. But, I guess we started on the bottom for this strawberry, which is fine. That just means I can't biscuit. That just means I can't, um, do the top of the strawberry like I wanna do, but that's fine. It'll all work out. My husband's mom was 27 when he was born. I had my first at 32. Um, see, Papa's mom, I think she was 20. I think, yeah, because we just take his age and add 20 to it, and then we know how old she is. My mom was 25 when she had me. Um, but my mom didn't think she could have kids. My mom didn't think she could have kids. So she was told she couldn't have kids. So she believed that. It is okay, Biscuit. Okay, I'm gonna open the door. Biscuit, you're chasing everybody out of chat. Okay. You're gonna go out there to the burglar. Go. Yeah, it's a basketball game. Ding dong. So yeah, my mom was 25 when she had me. Maybe she turned 26 that year. Okay. So you're the same age as my middle child. She's 30. She just turned 30 this year. Um, for the longest time she wanted kids and now she doesn't. Well, they're just right. They're not at this moment in time. I don't think that's what her mind is on. Um, my oldest one was so P-Pop is welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. P-Pop is a year and a half. Picking Jingle Shark is going to be 37. So kind of she was 34, turned 35 the year P-Pop was born. No, P-Pop was born in 2024. Yes. So she was 34 and then turned 35 right after she had P-Pop. So, I mean, and I never thought I would have grandkids. I've never been one of those. And I know there are plenty of people that I know that I go to work with, that I've worked with the minute their kids got married, when are you having kids? I hope and pray that my kids have never felt like I've been that way with them, because I don't feel I have. I mean, if they're gonna have kids, they're gonna have kids. It's none of my business. It's not my life. It's your life. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay. So, yeah, I had kids, and I mean, like, I had my kids 18, 25, and 28, and I wouldn't take anything for my kids, um, and I probably wouldn't do anything different. But like I said, when they told us they were gonna have P-pop, I was like, "Oh, I am gonna get to be a grandma," and, you know, I'm a Gigi now, so would like to be most likely will not because my sister doesn't want kids either. And, that's the personal preference, and I don't think people should ever, and parents shouldn't, your friends shouldn't, no one, however, you are an auntie to the cutest furry niece who has been in Boston. Yes. No one should ever, like, make, "When are you gonna have kids? What are you gonna do?" No, leave it alone. It's my life. It's my it's now or never. If that happened to be one of the songs, I would say who sang that song, but I would probably be wrong. So, but anyway, just remember that. It is your life. You do what you wanna do, and don't make people. I had furry grandchildren for years, and did I ever complain? No, didn't, because 'cause they're still the same. You can spoil them and send them back home. So, 2, 3, spoil them and send them back home. And am I gonna have fun with my P-pop tomorrow when we go shoe shopping? Yeah, I am. My daughter's already told me I'm in for a hurricane, a whirlwind of resistance because, P-pop does not like shoes. She doesn't like socks. I mean, we're not even gonna go there. The child doesn't even like socks. She likes her toes to be out in the air, all kinds of stuff. And I told her, I said, "You gotta get shoes. You gotta get shoes. You gotta have some sort of stability, kid." She's like, "My feet are fine. They're fine. My stability on my feet are fine." I'm like, "No, they're not, kid." I think that's why when we talked FaceTime this morning, I think that's why she was looking at me like that. She's like, "I'm gonna break you tomorrow, Gigi. I'm gonna break you. You are gonna get off this shoe kick." And I'm like, "No, I'm not." Tomorrow, we're taking the boys ski boot shopping and sushi. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, well, we will have 24. And see, I love my girls, and I'm gonna tell you, I really do love my kids because, like, there are things when they were growing up, I never forced the issue, like food and things like that. Sushi would perfect. Yes, it would it not? Um, I never forced my kids to eat anything they didn't wanna eat. They they had to try it. If they didn't like it, we moved on. That was it. My kids love tomatoes. I hate tomatoes. Can't eat a tomato. I can't eat a raw tomato. Can't do it. Just can't. Did that make me not bring tomatoes home and give them to my kids? No, because my kids should whatever. But if it wasn't for my kids, I probably would never have ever tried sushi. My kids always are like, "Hey, let's go here. Let's eat here. Let's try this place. We've not ate here." So I love my kids for that. They really take me out and make me go beyond my comfort level. My husband was introduced to a new sushi place, and he's been yapping nonstop. Ah, now what kind of sushi do your kids get? I mean, do they go full-fledged on with the tuna and the salmon, or do they do, like, the shrimp tempura? Just curious, just curious. Yeah, mine's not until September either. Yeah, but it's okay. Okay, so we did 1 row of 24, so 8 and 9. I gotta put my stitch marker in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Biscuit's like, "About done with that strawberry? I think I wanna gnaw on it." Nope. Nope, buddy, nope. We usually get shrimp tempura, crab, and avocado rolls. My favorites, I will say this, my favorites, I love the crab and avocado, and I do love shrimp tempura too. But, like, my kids got on a limb sometimes. I haven't my daughter, now my oldest daughter, she got me I did not realize what she give me, but she give me one that had salmon in it, just like the and she was like, "Here, try this one." I got this 'cause I went to see them, and we went to this new one. She says, "Oh, we wanna go down to this new sushi restaurant that opened up. We've been hearing a lot about it. It's right down the road from our house." So she went and picked up a bunch of rolls. She asked me what I wanted. I told her shrimp tempura because that was the only thing that I saw. Whatever. And, she got a bunch and she was like, "Oh, here, try this one, mom. You'll like it." And then, like, about a week later, we were all talking about whatever, and I said, "Well, I've never ate that." And she goes, "Oh, yeah, you have, and you liked it." And I was like, "Okay." Will I ever order a whole roll of whatever she got me on my own? Probably not. They'll have to be sneaky. So, that's just how it is. And most of our, like, sushi restaurants close on Tuesday here. There's some that stay open all week long, but we have one it's a restaurant, and it's open every day, but, um, like, the little just the local places, the little hole in the wall diners. Oh, what happened? 1, 2, 3. What happened, Stellar? Why did it go dot, dot, dot? I can't see. Let me go into Oh, you tried to share a link. Yeah, Papa's nixed that for me. He's nixed that for me. I think my first couple weeks streaming, I had somebody do something, and he was like, never again." And I know he's downstairs right now. Um, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I th is it hold on. Okay. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know if it does, but you can try. Hi, Amy. How are you doing? Oh, it's not gonna do it. I don't know. I know Papa's downstairs watching a basketball game. Um, the Orlando Magic, I believe, are in London. Well, um, I gotta figure out how to fix that stellar. Don't worry, after I get off today, I will, and all of my list of things, I will try to figure that out. So I need to lean into the camera, and I think I did this with all the. I think I did all the fruit from begin. The other one, I think I did it on a 2.5 millimeter hook because I feel like this is bigger. You posted in food. Okay, let's go to food. Discord. Let's go to. Oh, what in the heck? What a holic. First deer of the year. Oh, that is cute. Cute. Oh, I love it. Oh, hold on a second. I'm looking at it. Y'all can't see it. Okay. This is Look at the cute little deer. That is so cute. And there's the back of it. And then a headband. Oh, that is cool. I'm always weird about headbands because I'm like, do I get them tight enough? Will I not get them tight enough? You know? Okay. Ah, this is Axis's pizza before and after. Axis and his pizzas. Yo, oh, let's see. Oh, those look good. Those look good. Oh, it's just those look good. That's so you'll have to tell us how good it is. You'll have to tell us how good it is. There we go. You will have to let us know. And I mean, we'll have to believe your review because, it's not like we're gonna pop over and be able to try it out. Though now I'm wanting sushi. Ah, gosh. Biscuit, we don't need that, do we? You're like, no, mom, you don't need to go and get anything. Because I could have a DoorDash, but I would rather just go pick it up. Get out, smell the fresh cold air. Because it's only 34 degrees outside. That's what I need to do. Am I making you yawn? So we'll have to get sushi when you visit. Yes. 17, Linda. I will not complain about my 34. I will not complain about my 34. Fairy Dust said it was 22 where he was at. Oh, now I remember. I am doing great. I am doing great. We're almost done with this little strawberry. After we get done with this one, um, It's all decreases, and then we're gonna attach the top of the strawberry. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do something. Just pull that up. I am just trying to look something up, and I don't know why it just all of a sudden hit me, but it did, and I don't need to worry about it. I just need to finish. You have fun out there in your Sunday. So now we are around 10. We're going to do our decrease. Okay, let me get over there. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to go fast because this is just going to go fast. Because it's a strawberry. It's not going to go slow. I am going to see. Hopefully, we're going to get this done. Hey, Picking Halls, how are you doing? Welcome in. How was work today? Yeah.
Oh, I'm ordering some ice cream. Do you want any?
No.
Why are you staring at me?
Because I was going to order sushi later.
Well, we don't have any dinner, so if you want to do that for dinner,
Okay.
is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine. Because you'll just get your hibachi chicken.
Yeah.
So you'll be fine.
What about you? You won't be fine?
No, I'll be fine. Picking Halls is in here. I got Lyndon Picking Halls.
Halls. I'm trying to.
I care about her.
I care. Talking about right now, we're trying to.
I don't want ice cream. I don't. He
No.
probably needs to go. How is work today, Picking Halls?
No, come here.
I know she probably got me down. She's probably not. I know she's at work, so she's probably got me up, but uh, unless they give her the day off. This is her weekend to work. We will know. And if we are with her at work, Linda, we're in her pocket. No, she's at work. See, I know more than he knows. I know more than Papa knows. So we're in her pocket. We're in her pocket. Yes, kinda like you with Cubby. You have him in your pocket so you can at least listen. Okay. So, we're gonna do this. We're gonna one, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're gonna pull a tail long enough out. We're gonna stuff him. We're gonna stuff him, put him down a little bit. We're gonna sew the little green end on it. Picking Halls and I get to take Peepop's shoe shop. She's at P Picking Halls is actually going with me for shoe shopping for Peepop while KK does her mom's hair. So maybe Peepop will be able to be bribed by her aunt Picking Halls. I don't know. Probably not. She'll probably have the Halls on her side. I don't. I could see it now. And then Picking Halls will be like, Mom, don't put shoes on that baby. She needs shoes. She's got plenty of shoes. It's just, she needs good walking shoes for learning how to walk. Now, I mean, for support. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do. Now that one, I don't know if I stuffed it. I can see it's not there. It's okay. It's not as perfect as the pear, but we are going to cover it up with the greenery. We are going to cover it up with the greenery. So let's do this. Don't you just love it when you get the fuzz everywhere? Me and my my method, the method to my madness. I don't even know if the method to my madness is any good. You want to get up and see Linda? Okay. You want to get up and see Linda? Come here. You just said you want to get up and see. Get there, right there. Say hi, Linda. Say, you got to stand up so she can see you, because you are tiny to the ground sometimes. Yeah. He's like, I don't know. I don't know. My mom's making me do this, Linda. I'm not making him do it. He is having the time of his life. He's finding a spot right behind me. And he's going to be like, yep. And there we go. There's that. So here is the replacement strawberry and pear for the pea pop. I'm going to do this, do this, do this. Let's see. How many do I have? Okay. Okay. We are going, let's do this. My brain's not working right, and it's not. We all live in I got Cub on the brain. We all live in a yellow submarine. Okay. We're gonna raid over to Supreme Doom. Because I'm gonna go eat me some lunch. And she's knitting. I think she's knitting. Looks like she's knitting. I might be Tunisian knitting. But anyway, we're gonna go over there. Y'all have a really good day, and I will see you later.